All right, what's up, everybody? Welcome to episode 2 of Duff Radio. I'm here with my boy, iPursue. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
What's going on, man? Name's iPursue, rapper from Canton, Ohio, out here in Kansas City. I've been rapping for about a year and a half, so I'm pretty new to the game, but...
Yeah, that was one of the questions I had for you was how you ended up in Kansas City from Ohio.
Yeah, so my job relocated me. I'm not really going to get into naming where I work at, but my job relocated me to fill a position, so that's how I ended up out here.
Okay. So when I called Els to book the studio for tonight, he asked me who I was interviewing, and I said your name. He said, "Oh, hell yeah, he's a smart kid. He's real interesting. It's going to be a good interview." So,
yeah, I hope so.
Yeah. So you're a smart guy. What were you like as a kid coming up and growing up in school?
Athletic. I like to play sports.
What sports do you play?
I played football. I ran a little bit of track in high school, but not really. I just mainly played football.
Okay, yeah, I was a football player too. I was down at Missouri State. Okay. After I graduated.
Okay, cool. I played a semester at a college in Ohio called Marietta.
Called Marietta?
Yeah.
Okay, I've never heard of that. What did you play?
Cornerback.
Corner? Okay, I played linebacker.
Okay.
Damn, that's wild. We have something in common right off the bat.
Right.
Who's going to win the Super Bowl? It's a tough question.
So I think the Bills are a great team. I think the Bills are loaded.
Okay. You better be careful with how you talk about the Chiefs right now before this interview comes out.
Yeah. I'm in KC, so I'll be happy in KC won. I wouldn't be disappointed to see Brady get a 7th ring. I'm putting my money on the Bills.
I want Kansas City to win just so we can have a parade here in the city. More fun for me.
Yeah, you guys were lit last year, so.
Oh, that parade last year, one of our buddies got knocked out by a bouncer. I had just left right before it happened, but yeah, Trevor, our guy behind the camera, had to drag his ass on.
Yeah, anything. There were people letting off shots in Westport and everything.
I felt like crazy. I felt like I was in the movie The Purge. You've seen that?
Yes. Yeah.
We went downtown and there were people just riding around on the hoods of their cars, horns blasting, music going crazy. I was like, damn, my life could end tonight if something like that. It was insane.
Yeah.
I met some dudes from Cleveland, Ohio last weekend. They were in town when the Browns played the Chiefs. Yeah. They were all super cool.
Yeah. Canton. So I like living in the Canton-Akron area. We're probably about 45, 50 minutes outside of Cleveland. I had a few friends in Cleveland. It's a cool city.
Are you a LeBron fan?
Yes. Yeah.
I'm a
Carmelo Anthony fan, but with me being from where I'm from, LeBron's done a lot for the community. He's a great person. So
yeah, those guys that I met were saying that Cleveland sports, just the most underrated thing ever, that it's massive there. And when I first met him, I said, "Oh, you're from Cleveland. That sucks." You think of it just kind of like a shitty Midwest city.
Yeah.
But this dude goes, "Oh man, I've lived everywhere, and I finally got to Cleveland, and I'll never live anywhere ever again."
Yeah, Cleveland's pretty comparable to downtown Kansas City. Ohio goes hard for its sports. Whether or not the Browns have been terrible for the last 20 years, they got a great season. I think they got a great team. The Cavs did their thing. Indians had a World Series run a little bit ago, so it's a great sports city.
Mm-hmm. How is Kansas City different? As an outsider, I'll get into this. I'm an outsider myself, so I'm just curious what your experience has been since you moved here. You said 2 years ago?
Yeah, it'll be 2 years in April.
Okay. I've lived here for 2 years too. So okay. What's your experience been like?
I'm not going to lie. I am very introverted. I don't go out.
Okay.
I've gone out to Westport twice since I've been here.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I don't know. I don't get out much, man.
So going out's not your thing. What is?
No, I don't know. I'm kind of nerdy. I sit in the house. I watch documentaries. I like working out. So
okay.
Hit the gym, do a lot of things by myself. I go out to eat by myself. I go to watch movies by myself.
I feel like that's important to do. So many people are afraid of being alone.
Yeah, I don't think enough people take me time. I actually had a routine last year where every Sunday I take time to go wash my car by myself, and then I take myself out to brunch.
It's therapeutic being alone.
Yeah, super.
Yeah, especially, getting to know that person that's in your head, really, it's not an easy thing to do, but when you put the time into it, it's so worth it.
Yeah, you really get to find out who you are as a person, and I think that's important for growth.
For sure, because once you spend enough time analyzing yourself, thinking about just the things that happen to you per day, I feel like you start to pick up on the patterns. For me, at least, like, okay, I feel mad or I feel sad, whatever the emotion might be. And you start to trace back the patterns of like, okay, what made me feel this way? And once you understand that about yourself, life just gets way better.
Yeah, it's you start thinking, you can trace back, you can find your emotions and then figure out how to deal with those, hopefully in a healthy way. So,
yeah. How old are you?
I'm 23.
Okay. I'm 24. Okay. Your birthday's when?
May 29th.
May 29th. That makes you like what? I'm a Sagittarius. Are you into any of that shit?
No, I'm not hold on. I'm a Gemini.
Gemini? I wondered maybe if you were, because you're saying like, oh, I'm a loner. I spend a lot of time and shit. Yeah. Somebody out there, is that what a Gemini does? Let us know.
Yeah, that's what Geminis and Capricorns do. Tell us.
I saw somebody on Twitter say that the funniest thing to do is lie to a girl about what star sign you are and just watch them make like all of the assumptions about you that are completely wrong.
Dude, the first thing, like if I'm ever talking to a bitch and the first thing she asks me is, what sign are you? Or, they don't even start to go around it now. They just ask you like, yo, when's your birthday? I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah. Like, nah. Girls that are into the astrological stuff, you're probably in for a good time. At least a funny conversation.
Yeah, it's interesting. I try not to knock people's hustle because, if that's what you're doing and it gives you, your daily motivation or whatever, cool. But I've seen some people actually make like life decisions based off of.
Oh, that's wild. The horoscope that's in the newspaper or whatever.
Yeah, like, I'm a Libra, so that's why like I cuss people out and I'm disrespectful. And it's whack.
Are you a spiritual person at all though?
I'm not super religious, but I am spiritual.
What does that mean?
So just as far as like organized religion, I've just kind of analyzed it, I guess, and looked at it for myself. So I guess if I were to say I was close to a religion, it would be Buddhist. I actually have a tattoo of Buddha. Where it's on my chest. And then I got
okay. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Damn, we're gonna have to zoom in on that whenever we switch the camera angle. But yeah, I started getting into some Buddhist, I guess not text, but just like that frame of mind probably a year or so ago. Did you grow up in a church?
No, I did not. So I was like I was like a holiday churchgoer. So we would go to church on Easter, Christmas, Easter, maybe around Thanksgiving a couple times, but no, I didn't grow up in a church.
Mm-hmm. What is it about the Buddhist idea? Like what sticks out to you the most?
So you don't actually worship Buddha, which I know throws a lot of people off, especially with Christianity, because you're not supposed to worship more than one idol. But there's a principle way of living, trying to watch what you say to other people, try to be mindful of the money you make and, how you can use that money to impact others.
Yeah, that's one thing.
Sustainability.
That's one thing that I've figured out is $50 can make you happy, but $50 can make a lot of people happy as well. And that's making the world a better place.
Right.
Do you believe in reincarnation?
I don't know. It's kind of weird because like people are like, well, what do you think happened when you died? I'm just like, I don't really care. Or
you don't care?
I don't think about it. I think reincarnation does make sense because obviously there is a creator. We're here, whether that's
it does feel created as fuck.
Yeah. I mean, there's obviously some kind of being that created us to be able to talk and think how we think and move how we move and do what we do. But it's, some people go as far as to say we should fear that person. And it doesn't logically make sense to me.
I don't think you should fear it. I think if there is a creator, it loves you.
Yeah.
Because why would you create? I mean, I guess fear, something that is so powerful, is a different kind of fear. It's more like a respect and an appreciation as opposed to fear like I'm terrified of you.
Right.
But if you were going to create something as complex as life that we know it from, an atom all the way down to, or all the way up to the grandest thing in the universe, why would you do that out of hate? It loves us.
Right. Yeah. Humans are very complex. We're smart. Even if you look at our, our makeup, we still don't know how certain parts of the brain work or how in depth they get. So, if you just sit back and look at the macro, you really just realize that I think as long as you're on your journey and every human has a meter for good and bad. As long as you're operating more on the good side, you should be good in whatever afterlife happens.
I think that this concept of you get into heaven, I think that's it. If you're on the good side, you're making this planet a better place for the other people that are in it. That's, basically what Jesus preached. That's what the idea behind what Buddha was saying is. It's the same thing.
Yeah, it's essentially the same thing, just without the rigor. And, there's been so much just with child pedophilia in the church. I kind of keep myself away from it. It's not.
Yeah, it's a messed up thing. And the fact that it went on for as long as it did is pretty insane. I've been to the Vatican overseas in Europe, and it was pretty insane just how massive it was and how expensive the buildings must have been and everything. And it's such like a grandiose thing for a church.
It's hella
when I thought, how much of this money could have gone to actually like the starving people that are outside the church?
Yeah. Yeah, just like, donations to the church. I've seen, multiple, I call them TV pastors. It's cool. It's one thing to spread your word that way, but to accumulate wealth and purchase private jets and luxurious trips and all this other stuff, because, that's when it starts to get weird for me.
Well, why is the church a tax-free organization? I haven't heard a good answer for that yet.
Yeah, I guess because it's quote unquote looked at as good, and we're in the United States. So, we love religion and guns.
Yeah, so that's true. Speaking of guns, I guess today's inauguration day. What do you feel about that? There's a lot of guns at the Capitol right now. It looked like a war zone. The last picture I looked at it.
As far as politics, like I'm very happy. Just with everything going on. But that's also because even when Trump was in office, I was still very happy. Being an African American, I can say firsthand having him in office did escalate racial tensions. But the thing that people are failing to realize is that those racial tensions were already there. They just weren't escalated. And sometimes I think when you're not a person of color, you don't see it. But honestly, nothing's changed besides people getting cameras on their phone. So.
Yeah. All the people talk about how 2020 was the shittiest year ever. And I totally agree. It blew the top off of a lot of shitty things.
Yeah.
But like yourself, I like to think of myself as a positive person. And all of that crazy stuff that happened over the past year, that shit needed to be exposed. It exposed flaws in our entire system, racial injustice, police brutality, even just the homeless situation right now in a ton of cities across the United States. It exposed a lot of stuff that I think is wrong with our country, and hopefully we can get fixed moving forward.
Yeah, I hope so. I definitely put everything surface level.
Yeah, for sure.
So
I wanted to ask you, because you mentioned our brains and the things that we don't understand. Do you have crazy dreams? Like, what's your take on dreaming? Because they don't know what dreaming is. No scientist knows. We have theories, but
yeah, dreaming is really weird. So I am a spiritual person, so I know a lot of the times people will expect me to try to correlate my dreams as to like what will happen in my life or what has been happening. But I like to keep them separate just because I don't understand how the brain works. So I don't want to start tying that into my life. Right. But just, I guess my overall take on dreams is just, I don't know. I do have some really weird, crazy ass dreams, really like fever dreams. You feel me?
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think the opposite though. I think it is directly tied to what's going on in your life.
Yeah.
Because sometimes I sit and think about what I just dreamt. And I feel like sometimes it's like my past day, like encoded and all these weird like patterns and symbolism.
Subconscious and like subconscious. So you're just saying like subconsciously, the things that have happened throughout the day appear some way, shape or form in your dream.
That would be my take on it. If I had to have a take, I don't know. Again, I don't know shit, but
yeah. I mean, I would agree with that to an extent. Just same thing with astrology where it starts getting weird is like when people pull out dream books and they're like, you dreamt about falling, so that means X, Y, and Z is probably going to happen. That's when it gets weird for me. But I definitely think that, I think my day-to-day life can affect what I dream about.
For sure. How did you get into music? Are you a creative person, would you say?
No. I think
But you
now,
make music,
I think now I am. Like, I mean, if you listen to my music, like that shit's hella creative. Like I said, growing up, I was very like, I feel like when you're in a traditional school system, they try to put you in boxes. So like, you're either smart or you're athletic or you're creative. Or
you're a math kid or you're,
you know what I mean? So I was always like, you know, I'm very analytical. I'm very like, okay, cool. School, I'm very like school driven, right? And athletic. And like creative, I was always like, I'm not creative. I can't draw or nothing.
Yeah.
So, but I would say I am creative. I am a creative individual.
I've always felt that way about myself too, because I'm like you. I can't draw. I can't paint. I'm not creative, I guess, in the traditional ways that you would think.
Mm-hmm.
But I think there's multiple avenues of creativity. Like obviously what you do. Are you a big reader? Like,
yeah, I've been reading. I'm actually reading the finance book right now.
Oh, okay. So, trying to get the finances right.
They're right. I'm just trying to get them better. I'm pretty young, so it's just when you start thinking just like holistically about music, like for instance, I'm currently enrolled in the audio engineering class here at Animal Dream Labs.
Here, shout out to Els.
Shout out Els 810. Dude's gonna get me right.
I'm about to take this Pro Tools class myself. It sounds awesome.
Yeah, it's great. But when you just think about all of it holistically and financially, I've spent a lot of money here. There's nothing wrong with that because the services that I've been provided are great. But
and it's investing money in yourself, which there's no money better spent. Right.
But I went out and buy, a Mac. I went out and bought monitors. I went out and bought a desk setup. I went out and got, a nice Rode microphone. I've done all these things. So being an independent artist, because I do plan to stay independent.
As you should.
I need to know how to manage my money and make my money grow for me when I get a hold of it.
Yeah, I think independent is the best way going forward. If you just look at the way the industry is moving, what do you need a label for? You can put music out anywhere. Yeah, you can, DistroKid, CD Baby, all these places you can release your music to all of the platforms, actually for free. And why would you not want to be your own boss? Why would you not want to be in charge of what happens to the money that comes in from your creation that you made? Yeah, a lot of people don't actually sit down and think about it, but there's so much money to be made with music videos, back end, promotion. Endless. It's just endless money. And the minute you start signing stuff away and the minute money starts changing hands, or even if you get money and you don't understand how to keep it or make it grow, because, the average rapper that's popping right now is probably hot for like 2 to 3 years. So we were talking about that the other day. We looked back at what the top charts were like just over the past couple of years. And you'd be like, oh, I remember that song. Everybody has their 15 minutes and then it's gone for the most part. Yeah. It takes an insane talent. You think of like Drake or J. Cole or people that have been around for 10 plus years, Jay-Z, that work ethic and the quality of what you put out has to stay so insane. Depending on how you're rapping, like I definitely agree with that. I would say mainstream music, and when we get into my music a little later in this, I'm not really mainstream. Yeah. But to have mainstream success, the longevity is essential. But more underground music, I would say I'm like comparable to Hopsin, Tech Nine. I've been compared to Dax. Eminem is who I thought of when I first heard you. Eminem's mainstream, but that's just because he's a GOAT. But some of those other names I listed are making their money through merch. Unfortunately, you can't do shows right now, but their fan base is so niche that they really ride with them. It's not something that's day and night. You know what I mean? Yeah, you remind me of Ski Mask too a little bit in some of your cadences and like the aggressive style that you rap. Mm-hmm. The lyrics too a little bit. Yeah. Has anybody ever compared you to him? Ski Mask? I'm not gonna lie, I've never heard Ski Mask. You've never heard of Ski Mask? I'll put you on after this. No, I've heard Ski Mask. I haven't heard a Ski Mask comparison, but it's like I haven't heard that comparison, but it's funny because a lot of the beats I look up are Ski Mask type beats. Yeah. So we were looking up because he's gonna do a freestyle for us. Just to let you know, I ended up not doing any beats off YouTube. They're all just classic beats. So I'm really looking forward to that. Okay. But when I was trying to come up with a beat that I would want to do you off of, I was looking up like Lucky type beat. Yeah. Yeah, that would be cool for you. I'm excited to hear how you sound on some of the stuff that I picked out. I think it's going to be real interesting. Yeah, I think it'll be interesting too. Yeah, for sure. Why did you start rapping? You said you just started, 2 years ago. Like, what made you want to get into the rap game? All right. So I've always been able to freestyle. You feel me? Good skill to have. So like I'd hear a beat, or even if like
And it's funny because I grew up and went to like a predominantly white school, until I branched out and started going to college and meeting different people. But even then, like, that was my close friend group was predominantly, white people. And a lot of them weren't into hip hop. So, I would hear a beat sometimes and just start like humming to myself and like da-da-da-da-da. Like, I didn't really have anybody else to relate to. Started branching off, got some different friends. And then eventually someone was like, dude, you should just like record yourself. Like, you've been going like for 20 minutes straight.
Yeah.
So
Have you always been a hip hop fan, rap fan growing up?
Yeah. I would say that, a little bit of rock.
Who did you listen to growing up?
Growing up, Outkast. Outkast is a huge influence.
Mm-hmm.
You might not hear it in my music, but the way that they trailblazed their own path, just starting in the dungeon, that gritty Atlanta sound, they did something different. And
They're amazing.
Yeah, they're underappreciated, especially Big Boy. But,
yeah, my dad had an Outkast on the other day, like just a couple days ago, and I was like, oh man, I haven't heard this in a while, but this shit is still incredible.
Yeah, they're just sonically on a different level. I grew up listening to a lot of Kid Cudi.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of Kid Cudi.
Okay, I kind of hear that. Yeah.
Kid Cudi's definitely, and it's not even an Ohio thing. I think the first time I heard Day and Night, I was playing like 2K something on my PSP. I was like, oh, this is great. But his music's got me through a lot.
Is Kid Cudi from Ohio?
Yeah, he's from Cleveland.
Oh, no way. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Damn, you told me something new today. I appreciate that.
Yeah, he's from Ohio. MGK, the baby's from Ohio.
Damn, I didn't know that either.
Yeah.
Okay. Why did I think the baby was from like North Carolina or something?
Because he reps Charlotte. He was born in Ohio.
Oh, okay.
But I would say he's Charlotte. Claim Ohio. Oh yeah, Trippy's from Canton. So
damn, there's a shitload of talent out there. Then that's like a low key rap city.
Yeah.
What did you think of Kid Cudi's last album?
Shit made me tear up.
That shit was beautiful.
Yeah, dude. Just like I was so happy to see him back with his Man on the Moon 3. Like I set an alarm to hear it. It was great. I still listen to it every day.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you like Trippy?
So I do like Trippy. I haven't, it's crazy because like when I was in college and like I'm from Canton and that's where Trippy's from too. People were like, yo, you listen to Trippy. And I was like, no. Cause like a lot of the people I listen to a lot of Young Thug. Okay. So I love Thugger. And just music like that. And I guess they're comparable. But I listen to him now. I definitely listen to him now. And it's also different too. Cause like when I was in Canton, I wasn't rapping. And the rap scene in Canton, like people are very close. Like, I mean, I've seen Trippy. He reaches back into the community. He's put on
that's cool.
a few different artists out of Canton. So
that's cool that people do that.
Yeah, that's very cool.
We were talking earlier, you hear, I guess, Canton kind of, but like Houston has a sound.
Right.
Like LA has a sound. New York has a sound. All these different places. Kansas City isn't like that yet. Like we need to work to get Kansas City to where it has its own original sound. It's looked at as a rap city because there's a ton of talented people here.
Kansas City is an extremely talented city, but I feel like it's almost like, Detroit, Atlanta, Houston, all these LA, all these different places are like, they got their own sound, but like Kansas City's like, it's almost like they're the little brother. And I don't even feel right saying that because I'm not from Kansas City and I haven't been rapping long enough to be like ingrained in that culture. But I've noticed a trend of Kansas City being like the little brother.
Well, I think a lot of people that rap from here sounds like Detroit rap to me.
Yeah, I hear that. I hear that a lot. Also, one thing I've noticed, and this, I'm not calling out any Kansas City rappers in particular, but
you should list somebody.
Yeah. But the whole rap scene is just weird. Like if I hear somebody has great music, I will be the first person to reach out, DM. And I don't know if they think it's corny or what, but if people make good music, I let them know because like that's cool as fuck.
Oh, bro, the world. So I just like kind of started up in this platform, just had the concept for it. So I just got on social media for it. I went not my whole life, but the last probably 5 years or so ish without any social media. And so I then made a social media account for this platform and I see like the world is really small with the internet now. You're a DM away from literally anybody, and they might fuck around and answer you.
Yeah, it's
that's
crazy.
How we met. Like, really, that's how this whole thing even came about.
Yeah, it's crazy because I don't even check. Now that you can upload music through SoundCloud, like when I do upload shit, I do it on there, but you can't check your DMs.
Mm-hmm.
But when I bought my Mac and I was setting my shit up, like I told you about, I was like, let me go to my SoundCloud account. And I saw your message.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh shit, I think Connor's mentioned it before. Like, that's why I'm like, the only social media I got is Instagram. Okay. So I was like, yo, reach out to me on Instagram. Like, let's do it. You feel me?
Yeah. We had them in here last week. You should have seen us trying to get everything all set up. It was a disaster. We had the sound messed up. We're doing a little better today, hopefully. But yeah. You know, we're starting this thing from the bottom, and it's not about today.
Right.
It's about tomorrow. It's where it's going. And, you know, we have a vision for it, and I think there's a place for it. So it's going to be real cool.
Yeah, this is going to be dope. I'm excited to see where it goes. I'm happy for you. This is great.
Yeah, for sure.
And a good place to do it too.
And, you know, the Kansas City music scene, it is small, man. How many people does it take until you're talking to whoever you want in the city? Yeah,
it's really small. It's connected, but I feel like a lot of people just want to be bigger than the next person. So, you know, you might reach out to somebody and they'll look at your message and I hit you back. And it's weird because you look at their Instagram and it's like, you're not even famous. But they spent more time on the website than you did. Yeah, it's just, which I'm seeing the merit in that now. I'm on Instagram now, trying to just build this shit up, you know, DMing people. Right. And like, that's the fun way to use it. I don't really want to be on there, you know, trying to post a picture of myself, make myself look cool. But like, let's do some business on this internet. This is the best marketing tool that exists in the entire world. Yeah, it's free. It's free. It's free promotion. And you can get something in front of anybody's eyes, like literally right away. Yeah, and you know, they do pay promotion on academics, Say Cheese, and you know, big people look at those pages. Mm-hmm. So yeah, for sure. Do you think Drake's album is coming out this month? Are you a Drake fan? I'm not a Drake fan, but my nigga JJ Kid, he's from Akron, so he'll be. He actually was living out here for a little bit. Here we go. Hate to interrupt you. That's 28 minutes. We got to flip the camera. We'll be back on the other side of this break. Actually, before we get started, did you want to log into my SoundCloud if you wanted to play some shit? You got some like unreleased shit that you want to play? Or yeah, people have heard it before. It's just unreleased because I need to. Yeah, I'm changing distributors right now, so I can't. Dude, I'm so happy that you use SoundCloud. That's like the only thing that I'll use. Yeah. Because like you can comment on people's shit. You can DM people. You can't comment anybody on Spotify. Yeah. I feel like SoundCloud could be bigger if they didn't get such a It could be huge. It could be, it's the best platform in the entire world. They need to get that shit built up. Fucking SoundCloud, hire me. Okay, yeah, go ahead, Morgan. I need to do like an ad or something in this little space right here. An ad? Like once the 28 minutes is over, I need somebody to fucking endorse me so I can get a kick-ass advertisement for them. Starburst candy. The best one. Yeah. I only want to sell the yellow ones, but all the other ones.
I think you can choose now. Like online, I think you can.
You can order just like a package of
Same with Sour Patch Kids.
Are you serious? Mm-hmm. The different colored Sour Patch Kids taste no different to me. And that's coming from someone who's Sour Patch Kids is my favorite candy in the whole world.
I don't know if they do. I don't think they're supposed to. I don't know. But yeah, I'm pretty sure it's...
Okay, do you like the Sour Patch Kid watermelon? Have you tried those before? Those are fire and a half.
Oh, yeah.
Gucci. So we got... I'm going to upload. I'm actually going to upload the cypher I did last night during...
Oh, hell yeah.
So we can play that, and I got some unreleased shit. I'll just tell you which ones to play.
Okay. Yeah, this shit's uploading right now.
Can we get into that?
All right. Yeah, and if we play that unreleased stuff, I can just have you send me the file, and I'll like upload it in later so it doesn't sound, like quality coming out of the speaker, picking up on the mics. You know what I mean? Yeah. Yeah, we can do that shit. All right. Let me reset this timer again.
Set it at 23, just to be safe.
Is it still going right on?
Yeah.
Oh, dope. I didn't even know we were on camera.
That's hard.
Just in case you want to use that.
Big bloopers.
I did say SoundCloud, hire me. Like, for real, please. I'll tag you in every Instagram post. Okay, 24 minutes, we're back. Yeah, so we were talking about Drake, his album that's about to come out.
Yeah.
And you said you aren't a Drake fan. Who's your top 5 then, if you had to pick?
Oh my God. I hate getting asked this.
I don't care, I'm asking.
My top 5 rappers are just artists of all time or bands. It's all cohesive.
Whoever is
My
in
top
your top 5
most
at this exact
influential-
moment.
Top 5 most influential people on me.
You can answer that, and then who? Because your top 5 at the moment can be different than your top 5 like all time. Like Drake's in my top 5 all time, but like I'm not listening to a shitload of Drake right now
Okay.
at all.
Okay. All right. I would say my top 5 most influential rappers or artists on me is Kid Cudi,
Mm-hmm.
M,
Okay.
Hobson.
Okay.
If I threw a band in there, Guns N' Roses.
Damn. Okay, that's cool.
Did I already say Outkast? I got Outkast in there.
Outkast. Okay,
Um,
that's cool. The rock and roll is coming into hip hop right now. Like,
yo,
did you like Playboi Carti's album?
I
Did you hear it?
listened to it. Like I'm not like a big Playboi Carti fan.
Yeah.
But I did listen to it.
That's I think where rap music's gonna go is like some elements of rock coming into rap music. You already kind of saw it with Juice WRLD a little bit, like that type of style. But you know, that's why I think rap and hip hop is the best genre of music.
It is.
It's the most creative. It combines elements of everything else and turns it into something new.
No, it is. And it's crazy that, you know, sometimes how rap gets looked at or artists. It takes a lot of skill to do this shit. Like even sitting in the engineering class and learning, it's not just like you don't just rap about bitches and money and hoes and you get on. There's science behind this shit.
Oh yeah.
It's hard.
That's what I was talking to Connor about, and he blew my mind because he was talking about like digital compression in this age. Like it's different, and you know, getting all the right stuff to make it sound good in the car and on the streaming services and everywhere else. Like you have to be a real life engineer for it. Like it's called that for a reason.
Yeah, it's literally called engineering. I know I was when I first went to college, I was going for geology engineering, and like,
oh really?
It's this like music engineering is engineering. This shit is difficult. It's hard.
I was wondering what you were thinking about being before you started rapping.
I mean, I still plan on having a professional career.
Yeah.
But I'll be I got like another year left in school, so 2 semesters.
Okay.
I'll be
Nice.
enrolling back in the fall, but I'm currently a business administration
Okay.
major.
Where are you going to school right now? I'm going to school too at UMKC. I'm in law school up there.
Well, I'll be enrolled back at Walsh University, so I'm currently not enrolled, but I'm going to be back enrolled next fall.
Yeah, I'm in my last semester of law school there.
Law school, that's lit.
Yeah, I first went because I didn't know what else to do with my life. But now I'm kind of seeing like, okay, this is going to be useful, especially with what I'm trying to do here, you know, knowing all of the copyright shit, knowing, you know, especially in the music industry, like just how all of it works.
Yeah, I'm not even gonna lie to you. I fucking hate school.
Yeah.
I hate it. Like,
I don't like school, but I love learning.
yeah, and that's the thing. I do love learning, and like somebody like yourself that's in law, or somebody else that's in a doctorate degree, you know, something like that. You need school. I know I'm a business major. With business, there's certain classes I take that I'm like, damn, this is really applicable, and the other classes I take like this is really fucking stupid. And then at the end of the day, when you get your business degree, it's more or less just a piece of paper to let the company know that you were disciplined enough to get through 4 years.
Exactly. I was talking about this with my sister literally yesterday. You know, college when it was our parents' generation, maybe the generation above that, it meant something. A college degree wasn't just a piece of paper. Now it's like you and everybody else have the same thing. Like it doesn't really distinguish you at all.
Yeah, and it sucks because, you know, as much as I love my parents and as hard as they work to put me in a position to where I can go to college, because that's not something that they necessarily had.
Yeah.
I know they just stress college so much. And like, I am going, Mom, Dad, whenever you see this, I am going to finish college. Like it'll be done probably within the next 2 to 3 years. So I will be done. I will have my degree. I'll have my bachelor's. But it's not the same. And now that I've been working in a, at a financial institution where I'm a professional, it's like, for me to get to certain places, I need my degree, but I literally just need the piece of paper. It's all about networking and having kick-ass mentors, which I do have a few.
Yeah. So, well, how much shit can you learn just off YouTube now?
It's ridiculous.
If you were, let's say, an 18-year-old kid and you just graduated high school and you thought, for example, okay, I want to be an audio engineer. You could find the best education in the entire world just watching YouTube videos for 8 hours a day. You
can, and it's nuts. Like I'm in this audio engineering class right now, and the reason I'm taking this class is because I'm getting hands-on.
Yeah.
I need the hands-on. It's great to watch YouTubers go over this shit and try to do it myself, but I need the hands-on. Mm-hmm. As far as just general knowledge, though, which is why I kind of get bent out of shape about college, especially with things that aren't like, doctors or lawyers. Anything I need to know, I can look up. And I know a lot of the older generation is like, well, you shouldn't have to look it up. It's like, dude, why not? Like I got a calculator on my phone. You feel me?
Computer in your pocket.
Computer in my pocket. They're not going away. So yeah, I don't know. It's just, I feel like learning now is very, it's regurgitated. You learn it, you spit it out, you get a good grade, and then you never use it. A lot of the stuff in my business class, I'll never use.
If someday there was an option to get a computer chip in your brain, would you do it?
Yeah.
Why?
I'm not like, just because I'll put it like this. The more easily accessible information is to us, the more we are, like as humans, we're more prone to taking that next step, whether it seems very large or not. And I'll just as an example, most people have some kind of smart device in their house, whether it's an Alexa, a Google Home,
which is wild.
It's wild because it's always listening, even if it has a wake word such as Alexa or Hey Google. But really, I don't care. Who cares?
You don't care that somebody's listening in on this conversation because my phone's right here. That doesn't bother you?
No.
What if I was to say something wild right now? Like, I'm not going to say anything wild on video.
I mean, you can say, whatever. And I say a bunch of wild shit in my lyrics, but it's just like, and for the people, because I know there's some people say, oh, I don't want Alexa listening to me. It's like, bro, you got a phone, like your location's on.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Your search, it's crazy, dude. I watched a documentary on Netflix about this. Like, if you're on the same Wi-Fi system, what you're searching on your phone and on your computer, and then if your buddy connects, all that shit's connected. It's talking, it's getting information real time on you. It's just, we've already given up so much of our privacy, and I don't think people understand it because they don't really look in depth that, if I were to have a chip in my hand, I could start my car instead of a car key. It's not.
Yeah. I think most people just don't care. Like their lives, or they may think of their lives as so boring or like, oh, I have nothing going on, so I don't care if somebody listens. But somebody out there is making so much money off of your Google searches, your data.
Because of ads, man. Placement, Facebook
data is the most valuable resource in the entire world now. More valuable than gold, than money itself. Like,
and it's
everything.
A nice spreadsheet. You're just a number. Whenever you're doing your searches, it's all just right there. Ready, available to sell to anybody. Like even,
Bro, I saw an article this morning, which is wild that we're talking about this. It was about taking people's data, like whether through their text messages or just Google searches, interactions that they had on their phone. And when that person dies, bringing them back through like a chat box kind of.
Oh, based on
because it would know so much about you and like could mimic whatever your behavior was that you were texting. Or isn't that shit crazy? Talk to one of those.
Yeah, bro, I got you. Appreciate it. It's almost like a Black Mirror episode.
It is.
You feel me? It's I'm really into Black Mirror. My favorite
Trevor behind the camera put me on to Black Mirror for the first time.
But if you're into Black Mirror is great, but the OG Black Mirror, Twilight Zone, let me tell you, like, I'm a huge, like, that's my favorite TV series ever. Shout out to my mom because she put me on it. But I know I'm at the point with Twilight Zone that I can see 2 to 3 seconds of any episode and I can tell you the name of the episode.
Is Twilight Zone getting remade, or did it already get remade?
Yeah, it's already been remade. So I think the original series came out in I want to say 1963. So I want to say that's when the original came out. It got remade once. Now it's remade in color again.
Jordan,
yeah.
What's his last name? Why is it escaping me?
Jordan Peele.
Jordan Peele, yeah, that's it. He's awesome. I love him. I forget what all he's done, but I know he has something coming out soon. I'm sure it's gonna be crazy.
You know, I mean, he got famous off of. I won't say he got famous, but Get Out.
Yeah, he was Get Out. That was a huge movie.
Mm-hmm.
You said you're a documentary guy. Are you a movie person?
I like. Like I just said, I like Twilight Zone. I'm into sci-fi, so I do like movies. I'm not really a big action movie guy. It's kind of boring.
How are action movies boring?
Because it's just there's so much going on that it's just like I don't want to say it's desensitizing, but
it kind of is.
The plots are just the same. They've all been redone, just with different characters and better graphics.
Isn't that everything though? Like we're just retelling the same stories that they've been telling since the time of ancient Rome or whatever.
Yeah,
it's the same thing.
Yeah, you're right.
How many Avengers are there going to be? And I was talking about this last night to somebody. Like people don't realize Thor and Loki, I think is the brother's name. Like those are like Roman gods. Maybe not Roman. It might be Greek. I'll have to double check, but it is Greek.
Yeah, it's Greek.
I mean, we have a computer right in front of us. We could easily check, but I'm not going to do that.
Yeah, you're good. I'll keep it real with you. I've never seen an Avengers movie.
Dude, I haven't either. I'm not even going to lie.
The only Marvel movie, I saw The Hulk as a child. I think The Hulk is Marvel. At a drive-in. And of course, I watched Black Panther. Other than that, like I've never seen Superman. I've never seen Batman. I've never seen Spider-Man.
You've never seen any of the Batman movies? Not even The Dark Knight?
I went and saw The Joker by myself. I don't know what that falls under.
That counts to me. Okay. But yeah, you should go watch the original Batman, like with the original Joker, The Dark Knight. It's a crazy movie.
Yeah,
that's one action movie that like you would for sure like. It's hard not to like that.
Yeah. I'm not like super like no action movies. I just if I had my choice, I'd watch like a nonfiction kind of movie or something.
Yeah, you kind of did the little Joker impression on that song that you put out, The Comedian. Yeah. That's what I was thinking of when I was listening to it. Yeah, then you were talking about like you had a children's hospital. I think that's a scene in the first Batman movie.
Is it?
Yeah, he's like in a hospital dressed up as a nurse. The Joker is. It's real creepy shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, you should check that out. We're talking about your music. Do you want to start rapping?
Yeah, I'm down. We can start the freestyle, yeah.
This is actually perfect. We have the alarm to go off in 10 minutes. I got you 10 minutes of beats.
So how do you have it set up? Do you have like a minute of each beat, or how
you're gonna know when it switches up. I put a little like record scratch in there for you.
All right. Let's get it.
It's about to be hard. You gotta rap with the star verse in your mouth. It's just gonna be hard as fuck.
Yeah, this is dope. I'm prepared for any of this or anything, just straight off the top. So
straight off the top, he doesn't know what he's about to hear, but it's gonna be cool.
I hope it's cool.
All right, this shit's frozen up right now. And that's not what I like to see.
It's all good. Shit. Hopefully I don't freeze up.
You won't.